Control is another bad game made by Remedy, which everyone seems to love for some reason. The combat is a straight copy and paste from Remedy's previous work, Quantum Break, with many of its flaws still remaining present in this game. The combat isn't very fun. The majority of your time is going to be spent flinging rocks and other objects around at enemies. It does a ridiculous amount of damage, has the lock on, and it has infinite range. Not to mention that your energy bar recharges faster than your ammo does. And there are also shielded enemies who end up being highly resistant to gunfire. There's just little need to use your gun unless your energy bar is recharging. So for the majority of your encounters, you'll be flinging objects around with your telekinesis power. It becomes boring very quickly. Although there are certain times in the game where you're forced to fight shielded enemies who can also fly and dodge your attacks, I found these enemies to be beyond fucking annoying. I also don't see how Bioshock 2, a game a decade old, was able to do a better job when it came to player freedom. It allowed you to not only shoot, but use your powers as well at the same time. I don't see why this game would limit you to either using your powers or gun. It also only lets you use 2 gun modes at a time, further limiting your combat actions and making every battle feel the exact same. The map is a clusterfuck. The weapon and personal mods feel like an afterthought added onto the game to increase replayability a tad bit. But none of it truly matters. You can ignore all of them and still end up beating the game just fine. The color was pure eye cancer, especially in some parts where I couldn't even tell what was going on with the sheer amount of color and particle effect. But what it does lack in the gameplay department, we have the story, which is equally as disappointing. In it, we have what is essentially one of the most dull protagonists I've seen yet, devoid of any personality whatsoever. The game also feels to not care about her at all, as we have no idea what her background is or her goal until the midway point. It's hard to care for a character's plight when we know so little of her. And same goes with the FBC alongside the Hiss. We are thrust into this big unknown with a pyramid as a leader, a creepy janitor, some weird creatures possessing humans, and a gun that promoted what was a nobody into the director of some secret organization. But when everything just seems so off the wall ridiculous, it ceases to be interesting. When everything is so unbelievably strange, your immersion in the game just ceases in the first 5 minutes. It's information overload in the worst way possible. The story has a nice build up near the end of the game.
Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister, The horrible truth about the Bureau. The Hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there.
To which the game then proceeds to ruin by giving us a boring, predictable ending. Remedy needs to stop making games at this point. It's been one disappointment after the next when it comes to them.
There's the new girl, standing around daydreaming when she should be getting work done. And who the hell does she think she is? The director?
Time is money.
I will get it done right away.
You're dismissed.
No problem.
That'll be all.
My pleasure.
Don't let it go to your head.
Let me know if you need anything else.
You're dismissed.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've got nothing more for you.
Anything for the Bureau.
Did you have piss in your sock? Yes. No. Bark don't make a wound. You did good. Take my cassette player. You can borrow it.
Control.